This is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today I get to welcome you to the Aries season 2022. So let's start with lighting our incense. We have lots to talk about and lots of energy to work through. Last time, we're getting in the Aries mode. Okay, so not only are we always kind of dealing with our spring equinox during Aries season, but we also have a lot of other energy kind of to play, especially this one. Aries energy may not be the easiest energy to work through or to deal with, but it's something really important to work through. So during Aries season, you will be kind of motivated to kind of begin new things or kind of working on something new and inspiring. And this goes through from March 20th through April 19th. So this is going to last quite a while. And this is all about kind of starting new energy and starting something new and productive. And it's going to always kind of work into that. And then you've also got tomorrow we have our spring equinox coming, and that kind of motivates us also to kind of start new things, start motivating ourselves, kind of moving to that energy. And so this is something that we're really going to be working on and with energy over the next 4 weeks or so. After kind of Aries energy can be kind of a little bit like looking at what's going on underneath things, kind of what do we feel like this, kind of where do we need to go, what do we need to do. And this Aries energy is going to be the same, and kind of like this hard changes to make, hard issues to work through. And this is going to be a great time to kind of embrace your own independence and what you want to do, and kind of setting your own intentions, and kind of like ready for things to start. After kind of like the Pisces season we just finished, where that's really deep and we have the fish flowing around and we've got all this deep kind of like mental understanding and spiritual understanding. This is going to be a little bit spicier than that, kind of a little bit like a little kick in the pants for most people, because Aries is kind of controlled by Mercury. You're going to have this fiery kind of like yin yang kind of energy to us, and it's going to kind of bring out a bolder side of us, or kind of like we want to go do things, kind of like moving into the energy. So just know that this is going to be a time where you're going to want to speak your truth, talk about things, talk things over, and really the peak of this time frame is going to be March 30th and April 1st, those two, because we've got this new moon in the sign of Aries, and that's going to really bring us to some really kind of like auspicious time to kind of like set some personal goals. What do we personally want to do? How do we personally want to deal with things? That's going to be a great energy. The final week of the season, kind of like right that April 12th and on through the 19th, we are going to kind of have this haze or graze over, kind of like, where are we going to go with this? Because we've got this great Mars energy coming in. It's going to kind of give us a little bit of a kick in the pants of like, what do we want to do? Where do we want to go? And kind of wrap up this season and this year. Really, Aries season for a lot of astrological people really start the year. So it kind of really starts where we want to go, and what we want to bring in over the next 12 months until we work from Aries season to Aries season. What do we want to bring in? I will tell you that a lot of people are going to be working on kind of like speaking their own truth, kind of moving things forward, and really this amping up of energy. And then we've also got our kind of like our spring fever coming in. What do we want to clear up? What do we want to clean up? And this could be not only physical, like physically cleaning things up, but it also could be emotionally cleaning up, because right after the first, we have on April 2nd, we have National Reconciliation Day, which is all about kind of bringing up old relationships so you kind of work through them with or without them. And I will put a link below to that video as well. But it's one of those, it's a great time to be fired up and kind of like, where do you want to go in your life? What do you want to finish? What do you want to accomplish? Where do you want to go with all of this energy? This is going to be a great time to kind of work on some things, because especially at the end of April, we're going to have some eclipse energy coming in, and we want to go ahead and have everything kind of already started by the time that point comes in, so that we're ready to take advantage of that energy. Also, during Aries energy, we are going to be kind of really feeling our energy of kind of being the best person we can be, and that can put several people under kind of that stressful situation. I will say, more than anything, of course, Aries are going to feel it, but Libras are going to feel it as well. Kind of like this desire to be, I want to say perfect, but kind of like always one-upping yourself, and kind of like allowing that energy to kind of keep coming forward. We are also going to have kind of Mars, our planet of action and things going on, is going to be hanging out in Aquarius, and this is going to spend a lot of time of like kind of pushing yourself, kind of like the kind of where do you want to go, how do you want to deal with things, and it's going to be pushing you kind of in family goals, and kind of like what are you willing to stand up for, what are you willing to accomplish, what are you willing to move into. All of them will be feeling them, but I will say Mars is going to be pushing a lot more energy. And this is really a great time. Like I said, we've got our spring equinox. We've got all of this amazing energy coming in at us. And this is a great time to get out in the sunlight and do some meditations out there as well. Kind of really ground yourself in the sun energy and grounding yourself into Mother Earth. And that is an amazing energy to do. If you were part of my Celestial Meditation Club, the one we are doing for our spring equinox is a great one to kind of do several times over the energy, not only for the next 6 months, but really great to do in this Aries energy, kind of like blending our sun energy with our grounding energy kind of right through you. Kind of this is going to bring up kind of this laser focus for some people of like, where do I want to go? Where do I want to deal with things? What's up next for me? So kind of pushing that amazing energy of what's up next. We will be dealing with Taurus coming up on April 20th. And that is going to be really a great time to kind of chill out and relax. But Aries energy is going to be all about like moving forward and keep going. One of the things that during Aries season, we're going to have Neptune, Venus, and Jupiter, and Mars all in the sign of Pisces. And this is the time that we're going to kind of start to see the truth of things with all of those planets in the same sign. And it's going to be pushing energy. And then, of course, Pisces energy is about the flow. And so this is going to be a lot of people kind of like really pushing energy of let's make some changes, let's do this. And you're going to see that globally, because some of those planets are close to us, but some of them are far, far out. And it's going to be doing a global thing of like, what are we willing to change? What are we willing to modify? What are we willing to kind of upgrade in ourselves? This is going to be a great year. And this is starting out our psychic year in the astrology sign of Aries. So let's do some angel cards and get us a little bit deeper insight into Aries season for 2022. The first card that's coming forward is freedom. People are going to feel their freedom. They are going to feel like I've got to have my independence, my freedom, kind of where we're going with this and kind of what's coming up next. You're going to feel this with a lot of people. Like I said, and because we've got so many planets with their energy in the sign of Pisces, you're going to see a lot of people wanting to stay in the flow or changing things, constantly changing things. This one is ideas and inspiration. You will see a lot of ideas and inspiration coming forward during this time freeze. So know that that's just kind of what we're dealing with energetic wise. Like this is the one that's coming up forward. And so this is going to make some great changes in our energy. Body care. This is a great time when you don't feel like you need to be pushing energy. Make sure that you are doing some salt tubs and taking care of yourself, taking a little bit of relaxing time for yourself, because the energy is going to hit again tomorrow when the sun rises, and you'll be like, oh my gosh, I have got to get this all done. My next one is friendships. There could be some changes in our friendships as well, because this energy is going to be pushing us to kind of push our goals and not other people's goals. You're going to feel that a lot with a lot of people. They're like, oh, can't you advertise for me, or can't you do this for me, or can't you do that? And people are going to kind of be like, not, I don't want to say selfish, but kind of like only if it benefits me in some way. The next one, signs. Know that you are going to be seeing signs a lot in this energy of where do I need to go, what's coming up next. I will say that this spring is going to push a lot of energy and a lot of people to change in some ways, good and bad. But I will say the bad is more like things that they didn't want to change. They're kind of like, I don't want to mess with this. I don't want to unpack this. It is time to unpack and really get a great insight into this. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.